Yes, sir.
Sir,
My screen is sharing. Yeah, students, what about screen sharing? Is it appearing?
yes, sir. Sharing, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, students. So this applications of stacks in this in evaluation of expressions, infix to postfix conversion is completed in the last class. Even the corresponding program also, which is there in the lab syllabus. So it is also completed. Now this is the next application, and this is the end of the first chapter in second unit, that is stacks, evaluation of postfix expression. That means, so what you are doing here is you are converting the given expression, given infix expression to the postfix expression. So by using the process or the algorithm, whatever we discussed in the last class. Then after converting the given infix expression to the postfix expression, then how the computer evaluates or how the computer calculates the result of this expression using the postfix notation. Okay, so that is what now we are going to discuss in evaluation of postfix expressions. And it is okay, so this is also one of the applications of this stack. So here you learn how to evaluate postfix expression using the stack in C language. So we have already discussed how to convert infix expression to the postfix expression using stack. Okay. Yeah, the compiler finds it convenient to evaluate an expression in its postfix form. Now see, for the compiler, it is very convenient or it is very easy to evaluate the postfix expression instead of the infix expression. So already we discussed the reason also. Whenever the compiler is scanning the expression from left to right, the expression from left to right, if it is infix notation, so for this it does not know the corresponding operator precedence. That means whether it is to evaluate So whatever the expressions, so it is there from left to right after scanning. So directly whatever the operators it is getting, whether it has to evaluate or not, it does not know, because expression should be based on the operator precedence. It's not the left to right order of the operators. Instead of this, it is what, students? To evaluate the expression, it should be the precedence of the operators. Right, ma'am? So that's why if we have a postfix notation like this, then for the compiler can easily evaluate if the expression is in the postfix form, because here no need to find out whether this operator is having highest precedence or whether this operator is having highest precedence. Just from left to right scanning, whenever you find any operator, then the previous two values should be considered in order to perform this operation. Okay, right. That's why see here the virtues of postfix form include, in postfix form you don't have any parenthesis, elimination of parenthesis, which signify priority of evaluation, isn't it? Parenthesis actually signifying the priority of evaluation, but we are eliminating that. And the elimination of the need to observe rules of hierarchy, precedence, and associativity during evaluation of the expression, isn't it? If you have infix expression, then we have to take into consideration all these things. But whenever you have this postfix expression, then you no need to consider all these things. Okay. Is this clear, students, this paragraph, or do you have any doubts in this? Yeah, students, do you have any doubts in this? No, sir. Okay, fine. Next, you know what is a postfix expression? The postfix expression, it does not contain the parenthesis. As you can see here and here, you don't have the parenthesis in postfix expression, and can be evaluated as two operands and an operator at a time. So we have to take always two operands followed by one operator at a time in order to evaluate. So this is easy for the compiler and even the computer also in order to handle such type of postfix expressions for evaluation. Okay. Now here already we discussed this evaluation of the postfix expression. We discussed already. ఎవరికైనా గుర్తుందా అండి? We discussed already evaluation of postfix expression before conversion of infix to postfix. గుర్తుందండి ఎవరికైనా? Students. Actually, whether we discussed evaluation of postfix before conversion from infix to postfix. Rule number 62, can you tell? 60. Whether we discuss evaluation of postfix. Yeah, no. Okay. Mute your mic. Okay, actually we discussed. Okay. Anyway, you see here. So evaluation rule of a postfix expression. When you are reading the postfix expression from left to right, so push the element in the stack if it is an operand. That means whenever you are scanning this input, for example, postfix expression from left to right, if it is an operand, yes, 3 is an operand. Okay, so why? Because operand means it may be a variable or it may be a constant. So that's why here 3 is. Yeah. 3 is an operand. Then we have to push into the stack when an operand comes. And next, second one, pop the 2 operands from the stack if the element is an operator. But if you encounter an operator, then pop the 2 operands from the stack and then you apply that operator on those 2 operands. Means you have to evaluate it. And what is the last one? Push back the result of the evaluation. So whatever the evaluation you are doing in second step, so whatever the result you are getting after the evaluation, that result again you have to push back into the stack and repeat this till the end of the expression. Okay, until you complete the expression, so you have to repeat this particular process. What you have to do, students? If an operand comes, what you have to do? (61) 62,
Yes, sir.
mute your mic. If an operand comes, what we have to do? If an operand comes, what we have to do?
Push the element into the stack.
Yeah, push that operand into the stack. Very good. Mute your mic. Next, 63.
Sir,
Yeah. If an operator comes,
we need to pop from the stack.
yeah, what we have to pop from the stack?
2 operands.
Top 2 operands from the stack we have to pop. And after popping top 2 operands, what we have to do?
Next, we need to push into the stack.
After evaluation. Okay, after popping the 2 operands, evaluate by using the operator. Okay, good. Mute your
Okay.
mic. 60. Next, 64.
Yes, sir.
After evaluation, what we have to do?
We have to push from left to right.
Okay, we have to push that result back into the stack and we have to repeat this process till the end of the expression, right? Now you see the algorithm for this means whenever you want to implement So whenever you want to implement, means you want to write a C program, then we have to use this algorithm in order to implement this evaluation of postfix expression. So what is the first one here? Add right parenthesis to postfix expression. Suppose if you are taking this 4, 5, 6 star place is there, then what you have to do is whenever you are writing a program, so you have to add here right parenthesis at the end of the postfix expression. Then read postfix expression from left to right. From left to right, you have to read the postfix expression until right parenthesis is encountered. Right parenthesis where we are adding, students, we are adding at the end of the postfix expression. That means till the end of the postfix expression, we have to scan from left to right. Now, if an operand is encountered, okay, then what you have to do, you have to push that onto the stack. Okay, we will see even with an example also for this. Then, so you have to close this if, and if an operator is encountered, what you have to do, pop the topmost two elements. For example, if capital A is the top element and capital B is the next to top element, then you have to pop A and B and you apply the corresponding operator. So that is evaluate B operator A, and whatever the result you are getting, B operator A, that result you have to push again into the stack. Okay. Then after that, after completing third and fourth step completely, even second, third, fourth steps completely, then you have to pop the entire expression result from this stack. Entire expression result you have to pop from this stack. That's why here set result equal to pop. Then you have to close this algorithm. Now we see with an example. Yeah. See here. So left to right evaluation. When 4 comes, this is 4, 5, 6 star plus. When 4 comes, because it is an operand, push into this stack. When 5 comes, because it is an operand, push into this stack. When 6 comes, because it is an operand, push into this stack. But when star comes, it is an operator, then what we have to do, students? You pop top two operands from this stack. What are the top two operands? 6 and 5. And after popping these two operands, what you have to do? Apply this operator on 6 and 5. And if you apply multiplication between 6 and 5, you will get the result as 30. And after evaluating that 6 into 5, you store that result or you push that result again back into the stack. So that's why you are getting as the top of the stack as 30. Then again, what is the next one? Last symbol in postfix notation? Plus. Again, this is an operator. So that's why you pop top two operands, that is 30 and 4. Apply the operator plus, that is 30 plus 4, you will get 34. That again you push back into the stack 34. And after the complete evaluation, you pop result, that is 34 from the stack. This is how you have to evaluate the postfix expression. Next, if you see here, so the same expression 4, 5, 6 star plus the input symbol and what is the operation that you are performing, what stack contains, and what stack. Okay. what is the corresponding calculation. First, we are reading 4 as this is the first symbol in postfix expression. Because it is an operand, perform push operation. Now stack contains 4. And the second symbol is the 5. Because it is an operand, perform push operation. Now stack contains 4, 5. Next one is 6. Because it is an operand, again perform push operation. Now stack contains 4, 5, 6. Now the next symbol is star, operator. Because it is an operator, you pop top 2 elements and evaluate. So if you pop top 2 operands, 5 and 6, what the stack contains? Stack contains only 4. Then after popping top 2 operands, if you apply this operator star on top 2 operands, you will get the result as 30, that is 5 into 6. Then again, what you have to do after evaluating the result, you push back this 30 result into the stack. Push result of 30. Now, so stack contains 4, 30. Now the last symbol is plus in postfix notation. Again, you pop 2 elements and evaluate. If you pop 2 elements, then the stack becomes empty. And if you perform plus between 30 and 4, you will get the result as 34. And again, if you have to push after evaluating, yeah, mute your mic, ma. So one 116. CR is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you inform to 116 month. So today I am going to post absent file.
Okay,
Amaya
sir.
by.
Don't know, sir. I will see and I'll say.
Okay. మీరు చెప్పేసేయండి. Okay. Even the reason also you mentioned there. Okay, 116.
Okay, sir.
Note down.
116, sir. Hello, sir.
You don't disturb the class, please. Yeah, okay. Now we are pushing that result into the stack 34. Now the stack contains, because again we pushed back the result 34 into the stack. Now the stack contains 34. Now after that, what we have to do? So if all symbols in the postfix expression are completed, that means if no more elements, then you have to pop whatever the entire expression result is there within the stack, that result also again you have to pop. Now if you pop the entire expression result, again the stack is empty. Now what is the result here is, that is 34. That is what the calculation result. Yeah, students, from here onwards, from algorithm onwards up to this, if you have any doubts, you please ask me.
ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ 12 minutes లో పాప్ చేయాలా సార్?
Yeah. మీకు ఎప్పుడు ఆపరేటర్ వచ్చినా కూడా, whenever an operator encounters, then you have to pop top 2 elements from the stack and you apply that operator on those top 2 operands. And again, whatever the result you are getting, that result again you have to push back into the stack. This is what the process you have to do whenever an operator encounters.
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah, any other students? Students, is it clear? ఇది క్లియర్ అంటే నెక్స్ట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏముందండి?
Yes, sir, clear.
Right, fine. Okay. So next one is the program. So this is what the program, 12th program, C program to any program అని ఉంది కదండి, all these are actually C programs only because it is through C, right? So C program to evaluate given postfix expression. Okay, now we are discussing this 12th program in the lab syllabus. So in the documentation section itself, you can understand how this program is working. So it is for evaluation of postfix expression, and this is assuming only 4 operators. Okay, ఇది కంపల్సరీ సార్ 4 operators మనం 5 కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు అంటే that's your wish, but here we are taking only 4 operators. If you want, you can also include that exponent operator, okay, like that. Okay, then you can write here 5 operators. Okay, it's your wish. ఇక్కడ ఏం లేదండి, మనం 4 ఆపరేటర్స్కి ఏదైతే కోడ్ రాస్తున్నామో, one extra code that you have to add for the whatever the operator now you are adding, right? Okay, so these are the 4 operators that we are going to use in this program within this expression, and this is we discussed already for infix to postfix conversion also. Operand should be, we are taking only single digit, either it is capital A or it is only single digit constant like 2 or 3 like that. Okay, right. Now this is standard input C type also, you know, and this is maximum size of the stack is 100, and the postfix size also, postfix expression size is also 100. So this you know already, we are declaring this stack, max stack. So can anyone tell why we are declaring stack as global variable? Because before all the functions in global declaration section we are writing, we are declaring stack.
Because you have to use it throughout the function, no, sir.
Yeah,
Stack.
very good. Okay, very good. So that is what the answer. This is stack variable because we are accessing stack in push, in pop operation, in evaluation operation, in every function we are using this stack. So that's why if you want to use any variable in all the functions or in even in few functions, that is in 2 or more functions in the same program, then you must and should go for global variable declaration in order to declare that variable which you want to use in more than one function. Fine. This you know already, top value is -1 because array index starts from 0. Means for the first element the top value is 0. Push function you know already. First you have to increment top, then you have to push the item into the stack. Pop also you know. First of all, you pop the you delete the corresponding item, then you decrement the top pointer. Now it starts with the main function. So we are using a character array in order to store the postfix. So the same postfix we are taking here. For example, okay. So this is what the postfix expression, which consists of digits as well as the operators. Right. Okay, now whatever the expression we entered there, that expression is stored in the postfix. Now how it is, see here. Starting from I equal to 0, I less than or equal to postfix size minus 1. Okay. And I plus plus. Now what you have to do here is, you have to scan each and every symbol, whatever you entered. That is what, by using scanf, we are reading into postfix. So అప్పుడు ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయండి మనకి ఇక్కడ? You are reading 4. First of all, you are reading 4, isn't it? Yeah. So whenever you are reading 4, so if postfix of 0 equal to right parenthesis. What is postfix of 0? What is the first symbol in postfix expression? ఇందులో ఫస్ట్ సింబల్ ఏంటండి?
Star. Four. No symbol.
4. Now is 4 is equal to right parenthesis? No. Okay. So then again, to go for increment the I value, then so postfix size is 100, you know already. So 1 less than or equal to 100. So again you have to read, sorry, 1 less than or equal to 99. Postfix size minus 1. Now again you have to read the second symbol. What is the second symbol? 5. Is 5 equal to right parenthesis? No.
No, sir.
Then again I value is incremented to 2 less than or equal to 99. And again you are reading the next symbol, 6. Is 6 equal to right parenthesis? No. Again I value is incremented 3. 3 less than or equal to 99. Now we are reading star. Is star equal to right parenthesis? No. Again I value is incremented 4. 4 less than or equal to 99. So what is the next one? Plus. Is plus equal to right parenthesis? No. Again I value is incremented. Now this value is 5. 5 less than or equal to 99. Now what is the next symbol? Right parenthesis. Yeah. Is right parenthesis equal to right parenthesis? Yes.
Yes.
If the condition is true, then the break is executed. Means it exits from the entire for loop. You know already break statement meaning, right, ma'am? That means now postfix character array consists of 4, 5, 6 star plus right parenthesis. Okay, and after that immediately it is exiting from the loop. Now we have to call the evaluation of postfix expression function by passing this character array postfix. We are taking that postfix character array as an argument, and we are calling the function called eval postfix, means evaluation of the postfix. Now it comes to evaluation of the postfix with the corresponding postfix expression is this one, 4, 5, 6 star plus right parenthesis. Okay, 4, 5, 6 star plus right parenthesis. Okay. Now see here how to evaluate. Now we have to repeat the loop starting from the 0th index of postfix 2 before the right parenthesis, because right parenthesis is not part of the postfix expression, just we are adding at the end as per the algorithm. So that's why up to not equal to right parenthesis, you have to repeat the entire process, whatever is there. So what we are doing here, postfix of 0. What is postfix of 0? Postfix of 0 is 4. Yeah. Now that 4 we are storing in CH. CH is the character. Where we are storing 4 ma? Where we are storing this 4? Postfix of 0 అంటే ఏంటండి? What is postfix of 0? Students, any other? What
4.
is post 4?
4, sir.
Oh, yeah. 4. Now 4 is actually a number, integer number, but in what type of variable you are storing in that 4? What is the type of CH variable?
Character.
Character type. That means if you are storing a digit within a character variable, will it store as the 4 or whether it takes any other value other than 4?
Other values.
Other value. What is that other value? Can anyone tell?
ASCII value?
Yeah, ASCII value. Very good. Okay, because if you are storing a digit within the character array, don't think that it is syntactically wrong. It is correct only, but it will not store 4, original digit 4 in CH. What it store here in CH is the ASCII value of the 4. Can anyone tell what is the ASCII value of 4? ASCII value of 48 is, sorry, ASCII value of 0 is 48. ASCII value of 1 is 49. ASCII value of 2 is 50. ASCII value of 3 is 51. ASCII value of 4 is
52.
52. Now, whether you have to perform this operation using the value 52 or using the value 4 according to the given expression.
Using 4.
Using 4. But if you don't convert this 52 into 4, it will evaluate the expression using the 52 value, which is completely wrong. You want to perform 4 plus result of 5 into 6. Okay, but it calculates 52 plus 5 into 6, which is completely wrong. So that's why, again, what is required here, students? You have to convert this ASCII value. You have to convert this ASCII value to the original digit, which is 4. మరి అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలండి దానికి? నాకు 52 అనేది స్టోర్ అవుతుంది, బట్ అగైన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ 4 ఫ్రమ్ 52. then what to do? So what you have to do here is, that is what mentioned already in the comment section of within the program. You have to perform this 52 you are storing in CH, isn't it? Then Andy, మీరు 4 ని CH లో స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నారంటే you are storing 52 in CH. So 52 minus, if you write within single quotes 0, what is the meaning of that? Is it equal to 0? If you write within single quotes 0, is it equal to the digit 0?
No, sir.
No. What it represents?
48.
Very good. It represents the ASCII value of the 0, which is 48. Now, what is the CH value?
పాయింటర్స్ యూజ్ చేసి
Pointers.
ఒక పాయింటర్ వేరియబుల్ డిక్లేర్ చేసుకొని అడ్రస్ లో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో రాసుకొని పే చేస్తారు.
లేదమ్మా, మీకు CH లో 52 ఉంటుంది. You have in CH variable 52 because CH is the character variable. Even మీరు పాయింటర్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని అడ్రస్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూ తీసినా you will get 52. Okay, ma.
Okay.
Now what is the value of CH?
48.
CH value
52, sir.
52 minus what is the value of within single quotes 0, ASCII value of 0?
48.
Yeah. Then what is the result? 4. Are you getting this 4 now?
Sir.
Yeah, you are getting this 4. Now this is what you have to do, students. Please remember this point. What I am trying to tell here is, if you are storing a digit in the character variable, please concentrate. If you are storing a digit in a character variable, and if you want to get the original digit, because within the character variable you have ASCII value of the digit, but it is not our intention. Our intention is whatever the digit I am entering, only that should be used whenever you want to calculate. So in order to again convert this ASCII value into the original digit, always what you have to perform, students? That character variable minus ASCII value of 0. Please remember this point, students. Students, are you following? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
ఇది మీకు ఏ డిజిట్ కైనా అప్లై అవుతుందండి. In between 0 to 9, you can give any digit in order to get the original value, right?
Sir, if character place లో 0 పెడితే
ఏంటమ్మా
ఇక్కడ character place 0 అంటే -40
క్యారెక్టర్ ప్లేస్ లో 0 అంటే ఇట్లా పెడతారా? క్యారెక్టర్ ప్లేస్ లో 0 అనట్లేదు కదా నేను. ఇన్ క్యారెక్టర్ వేరియబుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ స్టోర్ 0, if you directly write 0, it will take as 0. Are you directly writing here 4? డైరెక్ట్ గా 4 నే తీసుకుంటున్నామా? 4 ని ఏం చేస్తున్నాం తీసుకొని? 4 ని ఏం చేస్తున్నారండి ఇక్కడ తీసుకొని? 4 ని ఏం చేస్తున్నారు? You are storing 4 in a character variable. మీరు డైరెక్ట్ గా 4 నే యూజ్ చేసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, then there is no problem. Okay. So that is what the problem, because postfix అనేది character array కాబట్టి it will consider all as the characters. Is postfix is character array or integer array?
Character array.
Character array. Now how it considers all the elements? Character తీసుకుంటుందా, integer తీసుకుంటుందా?
Character
తీసుకుంటుంది. క్యారెక్టర్ array అన్నప్పుడు character తీసుకుంటుంది. But our intention is, it should not be a character, it should be a digit, integer digit. Is it right or not, students?
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason it is mandatory that we have to convert that. ఇక్కడ మీరు జీరో తీసుకుంటే అంటున్నారంటే you are giving directly zero. I am not telling like that. If you store zero in a character variable, that is what my intention. Are you following me? అర్థమైందమ్మా?
Okay, sir.
If you store zero in a character variable, then you will get here 48 minus 48. Then what is the value you are getting?
0.
Yeah. Is it okay, students?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so that's why we are writing here that is ch minus within single quotes 0, and because it is an operand వస్తే ఏం చేయాలండి? అల్గారిథం ఎక్కడ ఉంది? మీకు తెలుసు కదండి, ఆపరెండ్ వస్తే ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి. మనం ఎందుకంటే చాలాసార్లు డిస్కస్ చేసాం అల్గారిథం. If an operand comes, we have to push into the stack. Is it right or not in evaluation? Yes, ma'am. So that's why you have to push that 4 into the stack. Yeah. Now this is completed. It will not go to the corresponding else part. Okay. Now, so this one. Yeah, right. Next, the I value is incremented. Now postfix of 1, I value is 1 now. Now what is the postfix of 1? Means second value, second symbol, 5. Okay, no? The second symbol in the given postfix expression is 5. Now 5 is not equal to right parenthesis. Again 5 you are storing in the character variable. Again, so what you are doing here, if it is a digit, then again you have to convert that 5 into that 5 in ASCII format into the 5 digit. After conversion, you push that digit 5 into the stack. Now that is also completed. Now again I value is incremented, I value is 2. Now what is postfix of 2? Third symbol 6. So 6 is not equal to right parenthesis. So E is a digit of, that is also 6. Now what you have to do? You convert that 6 from ASCII value to the digit 6 and push into the stack. Now within stack you have 4, 5, 6. Right, ma? Next. Again I value is incremented. I value is 3. Now what is postfix of 3, ma? Star. Right. So here star is not equal to right parenthesis, and star you are storing in CH. But is star is a digit? No. Star is not a digit. It comes to the else part. And here CH is equal to star. This condition is matching, satisfying. Then what you have to do, students? According to the algorithm, if the symbol encountered is star, what you have to do?
Pop the topmost element.
Pop the top 2 elements. Right, ma'am? Now we are popping the first element. What is the first element here? That is topmost element, first element. And
6 and 5.
6 and 5. Very good. 6 we are storing in A, and for next pop operation we delete 5. 5 we are storing in B. Right. Now switch off CH. What is the CH value? Star. If so, that star is matching with the first case itself, then you have to perform B into A, that is 5 into 6, 30. The result you are storing in value. Then after evaluating the result, what you have to do, students? According to algorithm.
Again push it into stack.
Again push into the stack. Here it is. Again you push that value 30 into the stack. Next. Again I value is incremented. Now what is the value of I, ma? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is plus. Next symbol is plus. So plus is not equal to right parenthesis. Now so plus is not a digit, and here it is matching. Then again, if it is an operator, because it is an operator, you pop top two elements. Now what is the top element, students?
30 and 4.
30.
Very good. Very
30.
good. 30 is the top element that we are storing in A. So what is the next one? 4. 4 we are storing in B. Then what is the operator? Plus. So plus is matching with this case label. Then you perform operation B plus A, that is 30 plus 4, 34, and you store the result in value. Again you push back the result into the stack, that is 34. Now again I value is incremented. Now I value is, what is the I value? 5. Okay, what is postfix of 5? Right parenthesis. So right parenthesis not equal to right parenthesis. Condition true or false? Right parenthesis not equal to right parenthesis. Is this condition true or false?
False.
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 Then if entire expression calculation is completed, what we have to do? If entire expression result is completed, what we have to do, students? What you have to do? If entire expression result is completed. ఏం చేయాలండి according to the algorithm?
Result.
Very good. You have to pop that result, entire expression result from the stack. Okay. Now see here. What you are doing here? You are popping that entire result from the stack. Now result of the expression is percentage %d. Where is the result? Actually it is on the top of the stack. So that you are popping, that you are removing from the stack, and you are displaying here. So this is what the program, in order to convert the in order to evaluate the postfix expression. So for this push and pop, you know already, right? What is the result? 34. Are you getting the result 34?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, students. So this is about the postfix expression evaluation. So with this, the 12th program is completed in the lab syllabus, and the first chapter is completed from the second unit. And still, so this second chapter we will start in the next class, that is queues. So still 8 minutes are there. So if you have any doubts, so you can ask me. Even you can also so just wait a minute. Okay. What is the result of this expression, man? అంటే ఆడెక్కడ ఉంది, అలా కాకుండా జస్ట్ మీరు ట్రై చేసి చెప్పండి. What is the result of this expression, postfix expression?
47.
Yeah, 7. Okay.
47.
Yeah, because it is like this. First star is there, the first operator. When you scan from left to right, that you have to apply on previous two values. That is 4 into 5, 20. Next 3 into 20 is there. Next operator is plus. You have to perform plus between 3 and 20, that is 23. And 2 and 23, next one is the star is there. 23 into 2, 46. And 46 plus 1 is 47. మీకు ఈ పోస్ట్ ఫిక్స్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఎవాల్యుయేషన్ తెలుసు కదండి, మనం ఇంతకుముందు స్టాక్ లాగా చేసిన దాని ప్రకారం. ఇస్ ఇట్ ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్? Now we will get here 47. Just wait students, battery charging అయిపోతుంది. Students, is this clear or do you have any doubts?
Okay, sir. No doubts.
Yeah, okay. Still 4 minutes are there. If any other students, if you have any doubts, okay. And in the next class we will start the second chapter of second unit, Qs. Yeah, students, are you writing all these programs in your record after execution?
Sir, one time you explain, sir, how to write a record.
Actually, I told you already how to write your record. So what you have to do is in the first page, అంటే cover page ఉంటుంది కదండి. So there you have to write your personal details. So that is department. Okay, department means computer science and engineering only. and after that you have to write academic year, your name, class, semester, something is there that you have to write. And in the first page, okay, after you open the cover page, again the same details are there. You have to write all those things. And in the index page, so you have to write, the first one is the introduction. Already I told you about the introduction. You have to write introduction to data structure, right ma? Introduction to data structure up to, I can say, classification of data structures వరకు రాయండి. That is, we have linear and non-linear now. So up to that you write down, and from second row onwards you have to write the first program. అంటే ఈ ల్యాబ్ సిలబస్ లో ఉన్నట్టు యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గా రాసింది. But you have to add, like this you have to add, write a C program to implement initialization of array and traversal operation. But and for this you have to write what is the page number and when you executed that program, and don't write the record submission date, that we don't know. So that's why you leave that. When you executed, what is the page number that you have to write. And after writing the theory, you have to start writing the program input and output. That's it. Okay, nam అర్థమైందా? కానీ అర్థం కాకుంటే కూడా అడగండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం స్టూడెంట్స్. దిస్ ఐ టోల్డ్ యు
లెఫ్ట్
ఆల్.
పేజ్ లో ఏం రాయకుండా ఓన్లీ రైట్ పేజ్ లో ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రాయాలి అంతే కదా సార్?
మీ ఇష్టం అండి, లెఫ్ట్ వేలో రాస్తా కూడా రాసుకోండి, నో ఇష్టం. కాకపోతే దీంట్లో సి లాగా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఎక్కువ ఏమి ఉండవమ్మా. ఓన్లీ 20 programs are there. Already 12 programs are completed.
సార్ 12 అయిపోయినా
Completed. టోటల్ 20 ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సిలో లాగా మనకు 100 అలా ఉండవు, ఓన్లీ 20 ప్రోగ్రామ్సే ఉంటాయి. మీరు ఓన్లీ రైట్ సైడ్ రాసినా సరిపోతుంది నాకు తెలిసి. ఇట్స్ ఎనఫ్. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, students, thank you. You can leave.